Got a good number of people watching from around the country tonight. The latest that we've heard from is Dick Robinson, who's watching in Wisconsin. He said he's a pastor who has spent many weeks in the Sudan with Sarah Chan's father. And Dick, it's great to have you with us tonight and give our best to Sarah's father. It's just great to hear from all of you watching on Jump TV tonight.
You get to feel that Union is one big defensive stop away from going down and really getting the momentum in their favor. They were so close that last possession before the foul on Jacobs. They had a loose ball, just could not come up with it.
Well, Russ Davis has always told me, he said, everything is matchups in basketball. It's not necessarily what the records are when you come in, it's matchups. How do you match up player for player, position for position? Eason will be called for the foul and Boyd will go to the line. And a lot of times it's emotion, momentum, and it may be. Mark Campbell is the kind of coach that does not, they never talk about in practice being undefeated. There's never even any discussion of it. They hear about it from peers, they hear about it from fans, and you know, that is something that does play on their minds. But at the same point in time, Russ Davis, you have to know, not coming in here the prohibitive favorite for the first time in 3 years has to be a little more relaxing for his team.
Great rebound there by Meredith Jacobs off the 2 missed free throws, leaving the door open for the Lady Bulldogs to come back here and get back into this ballgame, make their stamp on the competition.
And it is Owino, and she is trying to do everything she can on the inside. There's not a lot of help from the perimeter tonight. It's back to a 5-point game. That's as close as Union has been in the last 15 minutes. 40-35, getting a little bit of roar from the crowd here. Trying to stop that all and losing it. Traveling is concerned for Paige Hallberg as Union's defense stops her momentum, and she could not slow it.
And you really felt, like I just was saying, Union is one big defensive stop away and a bucket on the other end from being right back in this ball game. And I think they got to work the ball down low, make sure they get a good shot here on this possession, make this to a one-possession game.
You can imagine if they can get it down to 3 points. There's Owino, and she overshot it. Oh, my, you could feel from the locals here, everything just went out of their systems when Joe could not lay that one in.
Huge missed opportunity there for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of a turnover. When you got a girl who has about a 3-inch height advantage and is the player of the year, she's got to connect. Vanguard's going to take a lot of time this time. Look for an open player. They're going to try to get a backdoor situation instead. The jumper rolls off, and it is high for the rebound, Jacobs.
Vanguard's gone cold from the floor the last couple trips down the floor, so Union has had chances to capitalize on it, just have not been able to put the ball in the basket.
Hudson. She was about to run into a double team. 1:45 to go, too far for Owino. She was open, and they just let her too far. Union has had 2 golden opportunities to close this to a 3-point game, and it's those matters of inches that sometimes is the difference in winning a Final Four game.
It's not there for Josephine so far tonight. When she gets the ball, she's done well. She just has a trouble hanging on to it, and it's, every once in a while has that issue not getting the ball in the basket. When you're that close to the hoop, it's really inexcusable.
Richter, one of the greats in this entire nation, puts it up, banks it high, not there. Owino very high for the rebound.
Again, a missed shot for Vanguard. Union with a chance.
In the corner, it is Jacobs for the 3. No.
How many times has that happened for the Lady Bulldogs tonight? In and out.
Oh, they are 3 for 9 from outside tonight, while Vanguard is 60%. Knocked out, give it back to Vanguard. Graves gets a huge hand. Union has still not picked up a point off of a Vanguard mistake, and Vanguard only 4 turnovers. They haven't had many chances. To the final minute.
1 minute remaining.
Rays one-on-one against Graves. Has it hang up, but gets her own offensive board. They thought about going to the outside, almost a travel for Hallberg. 20 seconds to go. The West Coast fans watching tonight have to be extraordinarily thrilled with the way their Lions are playing. 42 seconds to go to the inside. Owino, her first foul of the contest. And that will send to the line Gregory, who has been the huge offense tonight. In fact, she and Richter have a combined 32 of the 40 points for Vanguard. And makes that 33 of 41. Boyd will check back in. Winner goes against Rebecca Nazarene of Nashville. that was not even in its conference championship game, was really the third-place team in the Trans-South Conference this year, but is now 23-11 and poised for a bid at the national championship. They've punched their ticket. Big play now for Union in the final 40.6 seconds of this half.
Well, again, Vanguard really just unable to score the basketball the last few times down the floor, and Union has had possessions to cut or tie this game, but they have not been able to convert, and those are what's going to come back to bite you at the end of the game. You got to take advantage when teams give you the opportunity to cut into the deficit.
25 seconds. It is Jacobs underneath. Graves for the three, and it is a 4-point game. Vanguard will play for the final shot.
Got to play tough defense with the Lady Bulldogs. You want to keep this at a 4-point game going into the locker room.
You at least don't want to give them a three. And it is Boyd to the outside. They had the screen, and putting it up for the three. Not there. Air ball, and the locals give Union a big hand after managing to connect. Graves cutting the deficit to 4. And after Union trailed about 65% of that first half by double digits, they have sliced it back to 42-38. Let's give you all the stats here for Union. Actually now, with that basket, they are shooting 56%, better than Vanguard, 15 of 27. Vanguard, after that incredible early start, they were shooting better than 70. They've scaled back to 47% at 16 of 34. Gregory had the first 13 points of the game for the Lions. 3-pointers, Union 4 out of 10 for 40%. Vanguard 6 of 11 for 55. Free throws, 4 out of 4 Union, 100%, and Vanguard 4 out of 7 for 57. Vanguard, though, the edge in rebounding, 19-13, and guys, it's an 8-to-1 edge offensively. Big factor.
That combined with your three-point shooting is the difference in the game. And what you see from Vanguard a lot of times is their players are following their shots to the basket. Union does not do that so well. And that's a fundamental you've got to learn. Take a shot, follow it to the basket. Try to get that rebound for that offensive putback, because just by the nature of the beast, you're going to miss more shots than you make.
Not a lot of turnovers in this game. 6 for Union, 4 for Vanguard, but Vanguard has picked up 11 points off Union mistakes. Union has not capitalized a single time. That is another big factor in this game. Points, Gregory and Richter. Gregory 19, Richter 15. They are the offense for Vanguard. 34 of the 42 points. For Union, it is Awino with 12, Graves with 10, and Dudley with 6 to lead the way. So the nation's #1 team and their undefeated season is in peril right now as Vanguard leads it by 4. We are going to take a break of about just ahead of 10 minutes here. When we come back, we'll have this all-important second half to determine who meets Trevecca for the national championship. Stay with us, everyone, on Jump TV.